Cody.
Yeah, what is it?
I don't know. No way.
What in the world? Let's go inside right now.
What is that? Guys, what is that?
A strange video shows a four-legged creature walking through the woods. It looks like a horse, but its body appears to be made of roots or plant matter. The creature moves smoothly and looks lifelike, which makes the footage unsettling.
What is that? Guys, what is...
Some people believe it could be a mythical forest spirit or an unknown phenomenon. Others think the video is a hoax, created using AI or CGI technology. The debate highlights how difficult it has become to tell real footage from fake. An explorer was drawn to an eerie tunnel deep in the woods after hearing disturbing screams coming from inside. As he moved farther into the tunnel, unsettling clicking sounds echoed through the darkness, followed by a terrifying shriek, turning the encounter into a frightening and unexplained experience. Overcome by fear, the explorer quickly backed away, realizing the place was far from ordinary. Sensing real danger, he chose to retreat rather than continue forward, leaving the tunnel and whatever lurked inside behind. This whitish creature found in the deep sea is called the Barbie sea pig, a type of sea cucumber that lives on the ocean floor at great depths. It gets its name from its round, pig-like shape and small tube feet, which it uses to move and feel around, and it feeds on dead plants and animals that sink to the bottom, helping keep the deep ocean clean, with a soft, pale body that can swell or shrink to move across the muddy sea floor in dark, high-pressure conditions. Researchers exploring a remote cape in Mexico discovered the skeletal remains of a fierce-looking, dog-like creature with sharp, pointed teeth and a powerful build, sparking speculation that it might be the legendary chupacabra, a blood-sucking creature from Mexican folklore long blamed for livestock deaths. However, while the remains showed some canine features,
That's heavy. That's heavy. Oh, now I'm freaked out. That is heavy. It's all muddy now, I can't see it.
Scientists noted significant differences likely caused by natural factors such as disease, decomposition, or environmental damage, making it far more probable that the skeleton belonged to a known animal, like a wild dog or coyote, rather than a real cryptid, illustrating how unusual discoveries can easily fuel enduring myths. The clip shows a strange fish that initially confused and was briefly mistaken for something more unusual, but it was later correctly identified as the Atlantic midshipman toadfish, a nocturnal marine species known for its bioluminescent organs and distinctive vocalizations.
What in the world? Let's go inside right now.
This fish normally lives hidden on sandy or muddy bottoms in shallow coastal waters along the western Atlantic and is rarely seen during the day or above water. So its appearance in the clip, especially upside down, suggests it may have been disturbed, stressed, or disoriented rather than behaving normally. The video was filmed by a man walking through the woods late at night when he noticed an unusual figure ahead of him. Although it had a humanoid shape, it looked nothing like a normal person, causing him to stop and record from a distance.
What is that? Guys, what is... Oh, shit.
After watching it for a moment, he slowly moved closer, but the footage abruptly cuts off. The sudden ending leaves unanswered questions about what he encountered and why the recording stopped. Some within the local paranormal community believe the figure may have been a jinn, a supernatural being from Islamic mythology said to possess shape-shifting abilities and mystical powers. The footage captures a mysterious encounter in which a dark, furry creature is seen walking away from the camera, its back partially hidden by trees. Despite the limited view, the creature clearly appears to be moving on two legs.
I hear the brush popping and stuff. Oh, there he goes.
Curious and unsettled, the hikers moved closer to the area and discovered fresh tracks on the ground. The footprints closely resembled human footprints, but were far larger than normal. Ruling out a bear, they believed the tracks and the bipedal movement pointed to a humanoid creature, leading them to conclude it may have been a Bigfoot. Multiple people have reported seeing enormous face-like shapes appearing in the sky, with clearly defined eyes, a nose, and a mouth. These sightings have been captured on camera on 3 separate occasions, leaving viewers unsettled by how vivid and intense the faces appear.
Look, Claire! It's a shrunken head!
It is, it's a shrunken head.
Is it? Oh my word.
It is a shrunken head.
Oh my word.
While some dismiss the phenomenon as pareidolia, the mind interpreting random patterns as familiar shapes, others feel something is unsettling about the way these skyborn faces seem to stare back, raising doubts about whether the explanation is really that simple. The armadillo-girdled lizard is a unique and remarkable reptile known for its unusual defense behavior. When threatened, it curls itself into a tight ball, forming a natural suit of armor that resembles a tiny tank. Its spiky scales and tough plated body make it look almost like a living pine cone while also protecting it from predators. This striking appearance highlights the incredible variety and adaptability found in the animal kingdom. A video of what appeared to be a buff, muscular crow confused viewers online, with many questioning how a crow could look so built or even fly.
What is that? Cody,
Yeah, what is it?
I don't know.
Huh?
No way.
Hey, what?
No way.
What the heck?
Oh,
Some believe the footage had to be fake. The explanation, however, is much simpler. The crow was sunbathing. The camera angle and posture made it appear muscular, but the bird was actually spreading its feathers to regulate body temperatures and maintain feather health. Scientists explain that sunbathing helps birds remove parasites and supports vitamin D production, though some remain skeptical and joke about secret experiments. A woman walking in the woods believes she may have captured a fairy on film. While surrounded by nature, she noticed a small creature fluttering nearby and, despite trouble using her camera, managed to capture it on video. The footage is unclear and blurry, making it hard to identify exactly what it is, but it shows a tiny, graceful figure moving through the air before settling on the grass. Its wings resemble those of a butterfly, yet they appear unusual and mysterious. The dreamlike quality of the scene invites speculation, leaving viewers to wonder whether it was a real fairy or simply a rare insect that looked magical on camera. The footage could not be traced back to a clear source, leading many to believe it was CGI. That assumption changed when someone suggested the clip showed the detached tail of a southern leaf gecko.
Okay, for real. No, that's crazy.
It's just stuck in place.
This sparked interest, but attempts to find similar footage of a detached tail moving on its own came up empty. The uncertainty remains, leaving the question of whether the footage truly shows a gecko's detached tail or something else entirely. During a funeral, a strange figure was noticed standing among the crowd, appearing wrapped like a mummy with hollow-looking eyes. The figure was later explained to be part of a local funeral ritual in which someone dresses as a spirit. In this custom, mourners are expected to avoid making eye contact with the spirit, as it is believed that doing so, especially while crying, can bring bad luck. The ritual is meant to honor the dead and protect attendees from negative spiritual influences, reflecting how different cultures incorporate symbolic practices into funerals. A story from the marine world involving sea spirits and mysterious beings initially suggests a shark or a similar creature. Further research points to 2 possible explanations. The footage may have been edited to deceive viewers, or it could be a genuine capture of a mermaid. According to experts on mermaid lore, it is believed to be a mermaid, which would make this an unusual case, especially since only the lower body is visible. The footage invites debate and speculation about what was truly captured. While hiking, a man noticed a large bipedal creature moving through the trees ahead and quickly began recording. The creature appeared either unaware of the observer or unconcerned, moving with slow, powerful steps as it pushed effortlessly through the underbrush. As the man cautiously tried to get closer, the footage revealed dark, shaggy fur and an enormous build, standing roughly 7 feet tall with broad shoulders and long, muscular arms. Although the video is grainy and the figure is partially hidden by trees, the size, movement, and appearance strongly suggest the creature was a Bigfoot. During a turkey hunting trip, a woman noticed 2 unfamiliar figures moving ahead of her. As she watched, she realized they moved like humans, but were not human. With bodies covered in far more hair than any person could have. One appeared larger and more muscular, likely a male, while the other was smaller and possibly female, and the larger figure seemed to be carrying a smaller being, believed to be a baby Bigfoot. Although frightened, she chose not to flee and instead recorded the encounter. She was unharmed, and the footage remains as evidence of what she claims to have witnessed. After moving into a new home and expecting a fresh start, a man's experience quickly took an unsettling turn when he became involved in an eerie and unexplained encounter.
Hello?
Strange sounds echoed through his home, unlike the usual creaks of a house settling. They led him to the attic door, where he watched the doorknob shake violently on its own. After calling out and receiving no reply, he opened the door and saw only an empty staircase. Seconds later, the door slammed shut with unnatural force, making it clear something unseen was there. Panicked, he ran out of the house without looking back. The footage captures a man filming from one side of a forested road after noticing a Bigfoot moving through the trees across from him. The creature walks briefly, then stops and crouches as if retrieving something from the ground. It soon stands up and throws a rock in the direction of the camera. When the clip is slowed down, the movements are easy to follow. Walking, bending down, picking up an object, and hurling it with clear intent, giving the impression that the creature knew it was being watched. The video leaves viewers questioning whether it is real proof of Bigfoot or simply a staged encounter. The clip was recorded during a family gathering in San Antonio and shows what appears to be a large, winged humanoid figure flying in the sky. What began as an ordinary day quickly turned strange when the figure was spotted overhead.
Where'd it go? Yeah.
Where is it?
What? Huh.
Some viewers believed it could be an angel, while others suggested it resembled a thunderbird, a legendary creature from indigenous North American mythology. A few also speculated it might be a gargoyle. The unusual sighting sparked debate over what was actually captured in the footage. While driving at night along Lower Buckeye Road, a van camper noticed something strange off to the side of the road, an area known by locals for unusual nighttime sightings. At the time, it looked like nothing more than a shadow, but after reviewing the dash cam footage later, the figure became clearer. When slowed down, the video appeared to show a crouched shape near the roadside. The identity of the figure remains unknown, with possibilities ranging from lighting effects or motion blur to a person or an animal. The footage shows a creature noticing it is being filmed and quickly fleeing into the bushes to avoid the camera. Although the video is unclear, the being does not appear human, yet it moves in a strangely familiar way. It is covered in brown fur from head to toe and runs upright on 2 legs, ruling out a bear. This leads to speculation that it could be another Bigfoot. With sightings becoming more frequent, the footage raises questions about why they are increasing and whether there is any cause for concern. A truck driver traveling along dusty roads near Yuma noticed something unusual in the sky and pulled over to get a better look. Curious about what had caught his attention overhead, he stopped his truck and focused on the strange sight above him, leaving the moment open to speculation about what he may have witnessed.
I have no idea what that thing is. Try to zoom in on it for you here.
The footage shows a strange object floating among the clouds, remaining in one spot while visibly vibrating. It appears to have 3 propeller-like structures, yet none of them are moving. The unsettling stillness and unusual design make the site disturbing, raising questions about what it could be. Some speculate it may be a secret experimental craft, while others believe it could be something far more extraordinary, possibly from beyond Earth. The most haunted places are often linked to death and tragedy, where spirits are believed to linger. In this footage, a man drives past a cemetery and notices a disturbing sight: a woman dressed in a white robe walking among the graves. Her head is lowered, long black hair covering her face, as she moves silently between the tombstones. Given the long-standing legends surrounding graveyards and ghosts, the scene raises questions. It could be a restless spirit wandering the cemetery, or simply a woman passing through for unknown reasons. The eerie setting and the mysterious figure create an unsettling atmosphere, making the possibility of a ghostly apparition feel plausible, especially considering the many stories of paranormal activity tied to cemeteries. Some believe the figure was edited into the footage, while others remain unsure. A driver became trapped in a network of nearly invisible wires that wrapped around the vehicle, causing it to jerk upward and crash violently, leaving the car destroyed. The footage ends abruptly, offering no details about what happened afterward. The incident highlights how dangerous hidden hazards on the road can be, and serves as a reminder to stay alert and cautious while driving. The footage shows a bizarre creature with a fish-like head and a completely translucent body. Unlike anything commonly seen, it appears to have 4 limbs, which is unusual for most sea life, along with what looks like a long tail. Its strange anatomy has left viewers confused and questioning what the creature could be, with no clear explanation for what was captured. A trail camera placed in the woods to capture something unusual eventually recorded unexpected footage after weeks of inactivity. The camera shows a bipedal, fur-covered creature moving through the forest with ease. Its walk appears more human than ape-like, yet its overall appearance does not match any known animal. The creature's calm and confident movement suggests it was unaware of being observed and comfortable in its environment. Thanks to the camera's positioning, the entire figure is clearly visible, leading to debate over whether the footage is authentic or staged. This footage was taken on a calm dock and quickly turned intense when a leopard seal showed up. The seal shocked everyone by opening its mouth wide, showing off rows of sharp teeth and making loud, pounding noises. Leopard seals are known for their sleek bodies and spotted coats that make them look a bit like big cats, but moments like this are a reminder that they're powerful predators at the top of the food chain in the cold waters of the Southern Ocean. A group of adventurers travels through a cold, dark forest at night, using matches for light as they approach a sinister cave. At the cave's entrance, they encounter an eerie figure standing guard, its silhouette revealing strange, bird-like limbs. The creature moves cautiously, as if protecting whatever secrets lie within the cave's ancient walls. Its intentions remain unclear, creating a tense standoff between the explorers and the mysterious entity. The sighting leads to speculation that the figure could be a cave goblin or a Tommyknocker, leaving the encounter unresolved and deeply unsettling. Trail camera footage from 2019 shows strange glowing lights deep in the background among tall trees. Experts reviewing the video believe a living entity is present and appears aware that it is being observed. While some suggest the lights could be from a bear or fireflies, others believe they are eyes reflecting light from a large hidden creature. Based on the height of the trees, the figure would have to be extremely tall, leading to speculation that it could be a Bigfoot. While walking through dense woods with his dog, a man was overwhelmed by a strong sense of dread and suddenly stopped to scan the area. That's when he noticed an ominous presence just behind his dog, 2 glowing eyes staring directly at them. He managed to leave the area safely, but later returned during the day to confirm what he had seen. The creature was still there, and the footage shows something that appears otherworldly and does not resemble any known animal or creature from familiar myths or folklore. The encounter leaves its identity unknown and open to speculation. A trail camera captured 3 images of the same wooded area, with nothing unusual visible in the first 2. In the third image, however, a large furry figure appears standing behind the trees. The shape could be explained as a bear, wolf, gorilla, a shadow, or something else entirely, but the camera's owner is convinced it is a Bigfoot. The image leaves room for debate over whether it shows a genuine encounter or a simple misinterpretation. The clip features a woman who claims to have had multiple unexplained encounters throughout her life. The footage introduces her experiences and invites viewers to take a closer look at what she has reportedly witnessed.
Has very prominent blue eyes, like crystal clear. It's a very prominent feature about my grandma that she has very blue, piercing crystal blue eyes. So this Monday, she picks me up. We go to Wendy's. We're sitting in the glass area. If you know Wendy's back then you know what I'm talking about. We're sitting there eating our fries, and I look up at my grandma, and my grandma has brown eyes. They're brown. And so naturally, I was like, Grandma, your eyes are brown. And she was like, yeah, Lauren, I have brown eyes. I was like, Grandma, no, you don't. You have very blue eyes. What do you mean? You have blue eyes. And she was like, no, Lauren, I have brown eyes.
She recounts an experience from childhood involving her grandmother. During an outing, she noticed her grandmother's eye color had changed from blue to brown, but both her grandmother and mother insisted the eyes had always been brown. A few days later, the eye color appeared blue again, and her grandmother again claimed they had always been that way. She says she was certain the change was real and not imagined, though others around her denied it. Reactions were mixed, with some believing her and others attributing it to imagination, while a few suggested the possibility of a timeline shift, noting similar experiences of their own. A disturbing scene was discovered where an animal was found buried in the ground, its body split between 2 sides. Nearby footprints were spotted, and when the animal was dug up, its head was missing, with no blood anywhere at the site. The footprints appeared much larger than those of an average human. Because the incident occurred in North Queensland, those who found it believed it could be the work of the Yowie, often described as Australia's version of Bigfoot. They concluded the animal may have been part of the creature's interrupted early morning meal. Footage recorded in a swamp in North Queensland shows an unidentified creature emerging from the water for a short time before submerging again. When the video was uploaded online, most viewers were unable to recognize what the creature was. Even the tourist company staff, familiar with the area, could not identify it. Suggestions ranged from a whale to an unknown species of fish, though scientists who viewed the footage were also unsure. Some believe it could be a paranormal or otherworldly creature, while a small group suspects the footage may be a hoax created to attract visitors. A trail camera deep in the woods captured something unsettling. A bat-like creature standing on human-looking legs and staring directly into the lens with glowing eyes. The strange image confused the person who found it, so it was shared online, where people quickly began debating what it could be. Many viewers believed the figure matched descriptions of the Mothman, a legendary being associated with Point Pleasant. Known for its humanoid shape, large wings, and glowing eyes, the resemblance led many to think the trail cam may have captured the infamous cryptid rather than an ordinary animal. A trail camera set up to capture wildlife ended up recording something far more unsettling. The image shows an unusual creature, unlike anything normally seen in the woods, with pinkish, hairless skin and a strangely shaped body marked by deep folds. Its unsettling smile, with visible teeth, makes the encounter even more disturbing. Why the creature was near the trail cam, or what it actually was, remains unknown, leaving the image as an unresolved and eerie mystery. A man stepped outside his home and noticed a strange figure standing under a tree on his property. The figure appeared small, dressed in long dark clothing, and wore an unsettling mask, resembling a little girl. According to the man, the person had been standing there motionless for more than 30 minutes, simply staring. The situation felt deeply unsettling, and it's unclear how it was resolved, leaving the encounter as a disturbing example of a truly creepy neighbor. A group of boys was filming themselves in the woods while camping and showing how they prepare food, when days later, an eerie detail was noticed in the background of the video. Upon closer inspection, a fur-covered figure can be seen darting quickly across the frame, moving in a way similar to a human. Because parts of Oklahoma are known for Bigfoot sightings, many believe the boys unknowingly captured a Bigfoot encounter. Others question whether it was something even more dangerous, suggesting the group may have narrowly avoided a far more sinister encounter without ever realizing it. This footage, recorded in 2001 at a youth camp in the Marble Mountains, shows a strange encounter in an area known for frequent Bigfoot sightings. While staying at the campsite, the group discovered a cave made from large tree branches and leaves, with nearby trees marked by deep claw scratches. During their exploration, they noticed a large figure descending from a distant mountain ridge. Although it moved upright like a human, it was clearly visible from far away, appeared much larger and taller than a person, and had unusual body proportions. Based on the region's reputation and what was seen in the zoomed-in footage, the campers believed they had witnessed a Bigfoot. On November 22nd, while driving toward their next stop in Rockford, Michigan, the person noticed something strange in the sky. A cluster of bright lights glided through the darkness, moving unlike any conventional aircraft. They traveled smoothly without flashing and followed no recognizable flight path, leaving the question of what was drifting over Michigan that night. The footage was captured by an explorer moving through the woods and shows a Bigfoot filmed from a distance rather than from behind. Despite the distance, the creature appeared to notice it was being watched and recorded. Instead of fleeing, it stayed perfectly still, seemingly trying to blend in or confuse the person filming by appearing like something else. This unusual behavior stood out compared to other sightings, raising curiosity about whether anyone else has encountered a Bigfoot acting this way. In Alaska, a wildlife photographer encountered a strange creature while exploring the woods during a routine photo outing. After hearing unusual noises, he searched the area with his camera and spotted a pale, hunched figure moving between the trees. Only the creature's back was visible as it disappeared deeper into the forest, and it did not resemble any known woodland animal. The sighting left uncertainty about what it could have been, with possibilities ranging from a rake to other unknown entities, though none seemed to fully match its movement. A security camera clip popped up online showing something weird. A dark gray shape falls out of the sky near a car, then kind of floats into the woods and vanishes. The person who posted it wondered if it might be something paranormal. Some people agree, while others say it's probably just a leaf falling and getting blurred by the camera. The footage shows several blue orbs in the night sky, blinking and shifting in ways that clearly set them apart from ordinary stars. Their movements appear deliberate, forming patterns while pulsing in a synchronized rhythm that feels both captivating and unsettling. This level of coordination does not resemble natural phenomena or standard aircraft behavior, leading to speculation about what they could be. Possibly advanced technology, a secret experiment, or even something extraterrestrial. This clip is from Mo Sargi, known for exploring abandoned places and doing late-night investigations that always split his viewers. Some think he captures real events, while others say it's all acting, which is part of why people keep watching. On September 3rd, 2022, he uploaded a video from his own property that quickly blew up. It started normally, repairing an old house and joking around with his brother. But something about the night felt off. What began as simple cleanup slowly turned into a tense overnight watch. By sunset, the whole mood had shifted.
And I came right here, and then things happened after they left, and I came back at like midnight. I spent 2 hours just waiting around to see if this homeless guy, because we believe it's a homeless guy that's been coming around here, and he dresses as like a clown figure. So he attacked me last night. It was really scary, and it was probably the scariest moments of my life. Like, you could hear the fear in my voice. I literally thought I was gonna get burned alive. This guy had a flamethrower, and it was just one of those moments that I don't ever want to relive. So I'm back here today, and I got Mo with me.
They showed up to deal with vandalism, graffiti, and missing tools. The team set up cameras and flew a drone over the forest. The area felt unnervingly still. The drone then spotted a red tent near their fire pit, one they didn't put there. A rough wooden sign said Steve's house, and stolen chairs from Mo's place were sitting around it. That's when they realized someone was living on Mo's land. Mo's tone changes as he explains that the night before, a man, likely homeless and dressed like a clown, had been trespassing. Then he says, "That man almost burned me alive last night." That line flips the whole situation.
House, F-U-C-K, and he's also got F off written on another sign on the bottom.
Do you see him?
I don't
You
see
anybody?
him. I'm looking around. I don't see him anywhere. Holy shit.
We gotta go check it out. You want to go check it out?
I don't want to go in there. I don't want to go in there now.
Especially after last night, man.
I mean, we'll go, but we got to
man.
be on our guard, bro. This guy's dangerous. He tried to kill me last night. Oh my god. Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's do it.
Are you serious, man?
let's do
No,
it.
no. Really, bro?
Call
No,
the
no.
drone back. Yeah, dude, we're going.
Mo and his friend move into the trees and find the tent. Inside are random belongings and a clown doll. Clear signs someone's been living there. Then they see movement. A masked figure slipping through the shadows. The drone feed cuts. The woods erupt with snapping branches, yelling, and fast footsteps. One person runs back to the house. Mo rushes to the attic to look outside. You can hear their shaky breathing. This is the point where the fear becomes real.
Where's Mo? Steve's looking at his tent. I can't zoom in any more than that. What's he wearing? It's like a rain suit? Where'd he go? Okay, this is serious now. Where is he? Is he sitting? He's sitting on my chair. He really is living out here on my property rent-free. This guy's literally living on my property rent-free. What's he doing? Where the hell is Mo? What do you think? Oh, no. Here, something. No, don't come this way. No! Who is this guy? Trip to yeah, oh, I'm gonna stay behind this tree. Who is this idiot? Oh, he's got the Icon mask on. No.
Get the Mo! Mo! Oh, no.
Where's Mo? Mo went down to the creek. Mo! Oh, God. Maybe. I think Mo might be in there.
Things escalate fast. The masked man, later confirmed to be Steve, chases them through the trees. They run, tripping through brush with their lights shaking all over the place. He gets closer, shouting from the dark. Mo tells everyone to fall back to the house. They rush inside and block the door. For a moment, something slams against it from outside. They stay hidden and silent until everything goes quiet again. But now they know Steve isn't just hanging around the property, he's actively coming after them.
Look at my truck.
He saw me. No. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm gonna get up to the attic. Okay. He's in the house. Turn off my flashlight. Let go. If you can't find me in here, it'll be fine.
By the next morning, the panic turns into disbelief. The crew checks everything again. The tent, the graffiti, the footprints, it's all still there. Mo ends the video saying he'll keep looking for Steve, and he does. In the following weeks, he uploads more episodes, returning to the tent, finding new clues, and hearing strange sounds in the same area. Viewers stayed divided. Some thought it was a real danger. Others were sure it was all staged. In a remote, snow-covered wilderness, a group of friends recorded footage of a tall, hairy figure running swiftly through the snow, strongly resembling Bigfoot. The creature's fast and elusive movements added to the tension, but the footage revealed something even stranger. Through the green glow of the camera, a second figure of similar size and shape appeared nearby. The presence of two towering figures raised questions about whether this was truly Bigfoot, or if something even more mysterious was captured in the snowy landscape. On a cold winter night in Albany, a man went outside to feed his dog and discovered large, unusual footprints near his home. The prints resembled human footprints but were far bigger, suggesting a creature of great size and weight. Some believe the tracks could be the result of a prank involving oversized shoes, while others think they may belong to a large animal, such as a bear, or possibly something more sinister. The discovery leaves open the question of what, or who, made the prints. The footage describes an encounter with a giant moose, also known as an Alaskan moose, a species capable of reaching enormous heights. The person who recorded the footage encountered one of these massive animals and believed he could take it down with a bow and arrow. After releasing the arrow and striking the moose, the animal shockingly stood back up and stared directly at him. In that intense moment, fear set in as the hunter realized the danger he was in. After holding his gaze for a brief time, the massive moose lost interest and calmly retreated into the wilderness. Dashcam footage shows a driver moving at high speed when a dark-clothed figure suddenly appears in the middle of the road. The figure looks partially transparent and ghost-like. Unable to stop in time, the driver drives straight through it, but there is no sound of impact, and the camera briefly goes dark, as if the car passed through without hitting anything. After reviewing the footage, the driver realized it wasn't just his imagination, leaving the encounter deeply unsettling. While fishing on the open ocean, a group of fishermen captured something completely unexpected beside their boat. In the water, they saw what looked like a head with long black hair and a pair of arms, leading them to believe at first that it was a swimmer in trouble. Moments later, the figure submerged and revealed a shimmering fishtail, leaving them stunned. The sight immediately brought to mind a mermaid, a creature long associated with folklore and legend. The footage challenges the line between myth and reality, raising the question of whether this was a genuine encounter or something with a more ordinary explanation. The footage shows a massive object floating in the sky, far larger than earlier sightings, with long, tentacle-like extensions trailing beneath it. Its size and unusual shape have fueled debate, with some believing it could be advanced alien technology, while others suspect high-quality computer animation. Regardless of the explanation, the video leaves viewers questioning what might exist beyond our world. A strange creature spotted in Montana appears to have features of several animals combined. Its head resembles a wolf's, its body looks similar to a hyena's, and its front limbs appear almost human. Covered in dark fur, the creature has an intimidating and eerie presence, leading many to compare it to a nightmarish bloodhound. In paranormal discussions, it is often labeled a dogman, though some believe it could be a werewolf or even a rare hybrid animal. Despite how frightening it looks, others suspect the image may simply be CGI, leaving its true nature uncertain. The footage questions whether nuclear radiation can cause real-life mutations in animals, similar to what is often shown in fiction. The red trees, found in the exclusion zone of Chernobyl, are often cited as evidence that radiation can drastically alter nature. The creature shown appears to resemble a mix between a wolf and a dog, and is rumored to have been photographed near Chernobyl, leading some to call it the dogman of Chernobyl. Unlike the supernatural dogman, this creature is believed by some to be a wolf, changed by radiation exposure. Despite official claims denying its authenticity, the image continues to fuel debate about whether such mutations are possible. After a long, stormy day, the Cat Lady van was camping in a peaceful area on Vancouver Island in British Columbia. Around midnight, she woke up because something was happening outside.
Alright guys, that's someone banging on my van pretty loud. I'm not sure if he did any damage, to be quite honest. I don't know if he banged with a piece of wood. He banged on another van too. I'm gonna move.
Someone was pounding on her van, but she wasn't the only one it happened to that night. By morning, she found a big dent along the side of her van.
no damage on my van. I knew when he banged on my van, it would sound pretty loud. I thought I was in the back, that's why I was looking in the back there. And I didn't know if he had a stick, that's what I said on my video. But I think he probably had a rock and when he banged on my van, because yeah, this looked like quite a big den. Unfortunately, I'm kind of pissed, to be honest, guys.
She chose to move to a safer location, relieved that both she and her cat were okay. For the first time in 7 years, she truly felt threatened. A viewer captured rare footage of 2 male deer that at first look like they're dancing but are actually fighting. This happens during mating season, when bucks lock antlers and battle to prove strength and dominance. The winner earns the chance to attract a mate. What seems playful at a glance is really a powerful and natural ritual of the animal kingdom. A woman captured unusual activity in her backyard using a night vision security camera. The footage shows small, glowing box-shaped lights rising from the ground and floating up and down repeatedly. When she looked outside in person, however, there was only complete darkness, no lights or visible movement. The glowing shapes appeared only on the night vision footage, raising questions about whether they were ghostly phenomena, a technical anomaly, or something not of this world. In the year 2000, a man walking near the woods noticed dust rising from a grassy field and went to investigate. There, he saw a large, strange creature about 4 meters long, with a long tail and its head facing downward. He took a photo, and the creature looked remarkably like a dinosaur. The image sparked debate and speculation about whether prehistoric creatures could still exist, mixing excitement with fear over the possibility of their survival. Police released footage from 2006 shows a disturbing incident in a forest known for strange activity. An unidentified man entered the woods for unknown reasons and soon realized he was being stalked by something unseen. As he moves through the forest, chilling screeching sounds can be heard growing closer, suggesting a pursuit. The man tries to flee, but the camera drops and the footage ends abruptly, leaving his fate unknown. What was chasing him remains a mystery, fueling speculation about whether it was something supernatural, a creature from folklore, or something else entirely. Trail camera footage shows a family of deer moving through a dark forest. At first, nothing appears unusual, but as the last deer enters the frame, a strange detail becomes visible. A translucent deer seems to follow the herd, then suddenly vanishes as soon as it fully appears on camera. The unexplained disappearance has led to speculation about paranormal activity, with some suggesting it could be a ghostly deer or a forest spirit. The footage raises questions about whether it captures something supernatural or has a more ordinary explanation. In 2017, in Argentina, a group of teenagers took a photo in the woods at night after feeling they were being stalked. They soon realized a strange creature was following them, prompting them to flee toward nearby civilization. After escaping, they alerted police officers who attempted to pursue the creature but lost sight of it. The image shows a being with a slender body, elongated limbs, and unusually shaped eyes, leading to speculation that it may be extraterrestrial in nature. The creature vanished before any further information could be discovered, leaving its identity unknown. The camera footage appears to show a strange creature that looks like a mix between a deer and a fox, closely resembling the Tasmanian tiger, which is believed to have gone extinct in 1936. This raises questions about how such a creature could still exist today. No clear explanation or confirmed information is available, leaving the identity of the animal unknown. A homeowner living near the woods was startled by a strange knocking sound on their glass window one morning. When they went to check, they were amazed to find a kangaroo outside, seemingly trying to get their attention by tapping on the glass. The moment highlights how living close to nature can lead to unexpected and amusing encounters with wildlife, even a kangaroo stopping by to say hello. The footage shows 3 glowing flying objects moving together in a formation that does not resemble typical aircraft behavior. They do not look or move like airplanes, and their glow adds to the mystery. After the video was shared online, others from different areas reported seeing similar formations in the sky. While no one could clearly identify what the objects were, many believed they were witnessing spacecraft not made by humans, raising questions about whether the sighting had a logical explanation or pointed to something extraterrestrial. On December 1st, 2024, Cora and the Explorer posted one of the most intense camping videos in a long time. Keith went out with his dog Cora for a wild camp at Pavey Ark in the Lake District. He's experienced and well prepared, but what happened on this trip was beyond anything he'd dealt with before.
And welcome to K&C Outdoors. I'm Keith, and this here is Cora, my golden doodle. I think she's classed as a miniature one. So we're out today in the Lake District, in my most favourite part of the world, and actually the most favourite part of the Lake District as well, which is Dungeon Gill. And we're going to be making our way up to Harrison Pike for a wild camp tonight, and we'll have a good time. But it's been quite damp today, which isn't a bad thing really, because I'm trying.
Keith starts the hike in great spirits. The views are stunning and everything feels under control, but as he climbs, the weather turns fast. Storm clouds roll in and the ground becomes dangerously slippery. He pushes on and eventually finds a spot to set up camp. He has no idea what's coming next.
I would say this is the worst pitch I have ever had. I just couldn't tell with the lay of the land, and it is so on the slant. I just want to roll that way. I'm going to see what bits of spare clothing etc I've got that I can shove onto my bed to try and level it out a bit, even if I can't level out the tent. But it's up, and I've got my down pants and insulating jacket and everything on because it's really gone cold, and the wind's starting to get up now. But we're going to have a little rest. It took quite I'm going to have a rest. Cora's just had a dinner and she's a bit cold, I think, so I'm going to give her some cuddles and get her nice and warm, and I'll see you. I know I'm not giving you any attention, I'm very sorry. Oh, okay, she needs a love.
As night falls, Keith cooks his meal, exhausted from the climb, but the calm doesn't last. Strong winds slam into his tent, shaking it hard as the storm grows more intense by the minute.
Wind's really getting up now, it's got really up a bit concerned. I have no idea how strong they are, but it's really strong. The tent's getting battered. But I'm double poled and I've got delta pegs in, so at least delta pegs in the meal in the parts that need to be held well. So hopefully it'll hold up well through the night. Having these little moments of calm, and then the gusts just start in again. So I've just put my little wind meter out. I don't know if it's showing, but there you go. It's showing at the highest with the gusts 70 miles an hour. But the tent, as I say, the double pole, it seems okay. But I'm certainly aware that we might have to bail if it gets any worse. Don't want to, we're quite high up, and it's a long way down. We'll see how the night takes us anyway. But for now, oh jeez, see you soon. Genuinely got me a bit worried now. The wind's unbelievably strong. I'm hoping we don't have to bail because it's a long way down to Langdale. But this is the most worried I've ever been camping. It really is gusting strong now. I'll keep it up to date as we go along, but now it's a worry now, it really is. The weather's still horrendous. It's 5 AM and the tent's just absolutely getting hammered by the wind. Just waiting for it to get light, and then we're going to pack up and have the treacherous walk down, because it's going to be difficult walking, I think, in this wind. But, not bothering making a drink or anything, just going to get off as soon as it's light.
Keith spends hours stuck in his tent, just trying to get through the night. When the storm finally eases, he quickly packs up and makes his way down as fast as he safely can. Both he and Cora get off the mountain, but he admits in the end that it could have gone very differently. The mountain gave him no breaks, and the situation could easily have turned tragic. This story takes us to Japan's Aokigahara Forest. The explorer is Josh, known for taking his team into haunted and restricted places. He uploaded this video on July 13th, 2025, and it quickly went viral, sparking debates about what they experienced that night. The plan was simple, a documentary-style walk through the quiet, unsettling forest at the base of Mount Fuji. But what they captured made them question what was real and what might have followed them out. Aokigahara is a dense, silent forest where sound gets swallowed by volcanic rock, GPS barely works, and trails disappear fast. It's tied to old stories of Yura, wandering spirits, and has long carried a dark reputation. Today, it's known as a place where natural beauty and heavy history sit side by side.
Most haunted forest. And look, we have a whole freaking area to go inside to see a cave. The reason why the forest is so dense like this is because of Mount Fuji. It erupted, the volcano erupted, and this is all lava rock. It just caused this craziness where the trees and everything just grew over this thousands and thousands of years. And that's how it created this form. The reason why the forest gets so quiet is because as you get deeper in, those lava rocks absorb all the sound. And that's why it feels like it's weird and things can go wrong. It also is why your service can kind of, mess up because of the rocks, because of Mount Fuji. It causes the signal on your phone to mess up. That's all real stuff. I've never even done this before. Let's see how deep this goes.
The forest shifts fast. At first, it's calm and well-marked, with birds, wind, and clear paths. Josh checks out a cold lava-formed wind cave, then returns to the trail. Eventually, he reaches an old graffitied sign pointing into the unmarked part of Aokigahara. Past this point, there are no paths, no sound, and no phone signal. The ground becomes rough volcanic rock and tangled roots, making every step risky. He starts seeing orange ribbons tied to branches, signs that someone else came through and tried to mark their way back. As he follows them, the forest grows darker and tighter. Then he finds a collapsed tent half buried in leaves.
This side brings you to the true experience of just exploring without the tourists. You come to this side, that's if you just want to go for a hike or whatever. It starts here. I am chugging an entire Gatorade before we get in there. You just don't know what's gonna happen. Wish us luck. Obviously, there's a lot of tension here. There's a lot of politicalness here that covers this and that, and what you should do, what you shouldn't do, how to film here, what to respect, what to do. I get it. But you have to understand, and everyone should know, is like, people are here every day. People camp here all the time. Japanese do as well. So it's really cool. I want to show you the experience of how just things really are here. To this trail. Can something happen to you there? Or is there anything haunted here? I don't know. But I don't know. You know what I mean? Why is it that right here is bad? What we're gonna do from this point on, since we crossed, is explore and just... That's your echo. Nah. No, that wasn't my echo. I don't know. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna explore, and we're just gonna give you our take on what we're seeing, and what do you guys see? Like, how do you guys feel? What do we feel? And just go through it. But we're still walking, and it can get deep. It can get pretty crazy. You know, you can get lost here, right? It's in here. Yeah, the whole tent's tipped over. They were burning something in the tent. That's like books, or there's burned pages over there. See, there's burned pages, like a journal. Right here. Someone's journal they were burning, see? This whole thing was burned. And what else is strange is this is a battery charger. So why is that burned? Now, people do, like I said, people do camp and hang out here, but this could be something, you know, sad. This is a Baskets and Robbins birthday cake. That was a birthday cake. So there's flowers over there. There was a birthday cake. And it looks like they were burning someone's journal. Now, I don't know. This is like a
Like a scarf? Yeah, it's a scarf. Now, here's the thing. Let's say this was a crime scene. Let's just say that was a crime scene.
He finally makes it out as daylight fades. The parking lot is almost empty. When he looks back, the forest is completely still. Some places don't need loud scares. They're frightening because they remind you how small you are and how much of the world we still don't understand. Adam Brown, a diver and recovery specialist, returned to the waters in Sumter after picking up a sonar hit there years earlier. The disappearance of Tommy Briley had weighed on him and the community for a long time. On January 4th, 2025, his team prepared for a dive that could finally bring answers. It wasn't just another search. It was a moment that could end a family's 7-year wait or reveal something even worse.
Of course, it's missing the...
Yeah, it should have another one identical to it on the other side. Turn now. You're too far, too close. That's a BMW. That's 100% a BMW.
I think we found him, man.
You're not gonna be able to tell anything. Go up.
I'm not trying
There's
to...
usually a logo right there at the top where the two grill pieces come together.
That's it. That's this BMW.
We found Tommy, I bet.
That's gotta be Tommy.
That's gotta be Tommy.
Dude. This case.
This is exactly where I want. The first place I looked was right here, but like I said, all I had was a rinky-dink magnet and throw it in right here. Who knew he was going to make it all the way over here?
We probably checked every pond in Sumter. Every body of water, every boat ramp.
You want to dive?
This is on the path home, right? I mean, this
is this path home.
Curve.
That curve right there, either going too fast. He had to have been going too fast to wind up all the way over here.
Okay, well, let me try it. I don't want to say 100%, but we know it's a silver BMW. Let me try to find a tag. I mean, I'm gonna have to dive in here.
Yeah.
Let's keep going around the car. Yeah. I knew when that magnet stuck, which is a weird thing to say because we didn't even run sonar or anything, but you kind of get to know the stick of a car, you know, the feel. And bear with me because I'm... Oh, and that line's right... Oh, that line's going right over it. That's him. We found him.
Can you get to the back?
I'm going to try to pull it out, but we have confirmation that he is in the vehicle, where there is human remains in the vehicle. Obviously, we won't know that until the coroners check it out, but... I'm gonna dive down and get the tag just to show them. I mean, we have video evidence if needed. We're losing light very fast, but the car is right there. I could probably stand on it. I don't know the exact depth, but I think it's probably like 7-10 feet right here. We're gonna get the tag, and then Jason's gonna call the detective, and we're gonna get Tommy pulled out and bring him home today.
Their underwater drone moves through the murky water and spots the silver shine of a BMW. The team knows this could end the mystery or make things even harder. When the magnet attaches to the car, the tension spikes. The footage confirms what the family has feared for years.
Up right now. It is getting dark fast. I'm gonna go down and pull the tag. And should be a fairly easy recovery, I hope. Let's get down there. We found him. Confirmation, this plate.
Good deal.
This one's gonna be tough. All the windows are busted except the back. Driver's left, back, rear. Even the sunroof on top, open.
Wow, I would say they busted. Maybe somehow he flipped and landed on wheels, but probably tumbled. So I don't see him coming straight off of that all the way over here.
I don't know.
Staying, right side up the whole time. He had to hit maybe over there on the other side of these bushes and flipped and landed on wheels.
You tell them where we're at?
Yeah, they're on the way.
Man, I'm so glad we found him.
Adam dives in and pulls the license plate, confirming the car is Tommy's. The nightmare becomes real when they find human remains inside. After 7 years, the family finally gets answers, but in the most painful way. The footage shows a strange, hairless animal with glowing eyes scavenging through trash, which the person who recorded it believes to be a chupacabra. As the creature searches for food, it becomes cautious once it notices it is being watched, frightening residents because it does not resemble any familiar animal. While many were alarmed by its appearance and the stories associated with chupacabras, experts later stated that the creature was likely a severely ill raccoon that had lost its fur, though some remain skeptical of that explanation. A trail camera was set up to monitor a pregnant bear in hopes of capturing footage of her cubs after birth. When the owner later reviewed the recording, instead of bear cubs, the footage showed a frightening creature that appeared to be a mix of man and canine. It did not resemble a normal wolf or dog and gave off a threatening presence. Seeking answers, the owner shared the footage online, where paranormal researchers identified the creature as a dogman. The encounter is considered one of the clearest alleged recordings of the creature, leaving viewers unsettled by what was captured near the bear's den. The footage shows a dark and unsettling figure that has sparked debate among viewers. Some believe it could be a ghost or a demon, while the person who uploaded the video claims it was a dementor. Fans of Harry Potter are familiar with how dangerous these creatures are said to be. The uploader believes the entity has been following him, raising questions about whether the footage captures something real or is simply a case of mistaken identity. In the skies over Mexico, unsettling trumpet-like sounds were heard echoing through the air, as if coming from above. The eerie noises were accompanied by animals reacting strongly, with dogs barking in confusion and birds adding to the disturbance. Because animals are believed to sense things humans cannot, their behavior has led some to believe the sounds may signal something unusual or threatening. With no clear explanation, theories range from atmospheric or geological causes to more speculative ideas involving extraterrestrial or paranormal activity. A hiker set out to film the peaceful scenery of the outdoors, unaware he was about to capture something unusual. During his walk, he spotted a dark, fur-covered face with human-like features peering out from behind a tree. The figure seemed to notice him and quickly retreated, which led the hiker to believe it could be Bigfoot. The footage quickly divided viewers. Some think it could be real, while others are convinced it was staged or misidentified. The mystery remains open to interpretation. The footage shows a small black creature moving cautiously through the area, giving it a mysterious appearance at first. While it may seem paranormal, the creature is actually a black panther, an all-black big cat. Black panthers are melanistic jaguars or leopards, meaning they are born with unusually dark coloring. Although sightings of black panthers are extremely rare, The trail cam owner was excited to capture such an encounter. Despite their beauty, these animals are dangerous, and encountering one in the wild would be best avoided. The footage captures a strange nighttime sky displaying two clearly different color tones, with one section appearing darker while the other is noticeably brighter. Although the exact location was not shared, people in Northern Virginia and other unknown areas reported seeing the same phenomenon. The unusual contrast has sparked confusion and debate, with some suggesting it could be a rare atmospheric event, while others speculate about a possible extraterrestrial cause. While camping with her family, TikToker Ruth the Dog Memes snapped a photo. At first, everything looked normal until she noticed something creepy later on. A man was standing behind the trees, and his face barely looked there at all. No one saw him that night, and the family had no clue someone might have been so close. Realizing he could have been watching them the whole time made it absolutely terrifying. Who was he? A blurry image captured by a trail camera on private property appears to show a crouched, hairy creature picking up fruit. The property owner installed the camera after noticing apples going missing from his orchard, expecting to catch a person or animal, but instead recorded this unusual figure. The creature is believed to be a Bigfoot, as few known animals share these features. However, questions remain about the image's authenticity, with some wondering if it could be a hoax, an attempt to mislead Bigfoot enthusiasts, or simply a person wearing a costume. In the eerie stillness of the night, a trail camera unexpectedly captures a terrifying scene. A dark, shadowy figure with piercing eyes stares directly at the device as if trying to understand it. Deep folds along its neck and its small, alert ears give it the unsettling appearance of a ghostly canine barking into the darkness. The chilling image sparks disturbing questions in the silence of the night. What frightening creature could be hiding out there, drawn to the mystery of human technology? The next story comes from Steve Ronan, known for exploring haunted and off-limits places. On September 8, 2025, he went to investigate the Bridgewater Triangle in southeastern Massachusetts, a place so infamous that even maps don't clearly mark it. Covering about 200 square miles of forests, swamps, and winding back roads, it links Abington, Freetown, and Rehoboth. For generations, locals have reported strange lights in the trees, footsteps around empty campsites, and shadows that disappear when you get close. But Steve didn't go for the legends. He went to see what was actually there.
This might save us tonight. Said it can't, allow two people, but I think we'll be fine.
I think we'll be okay. We just gotta skirt down
We just gotta skirt.
dirt road for a little bit. Just don't crash.
Their first stop was Assinet Ledge in Freetown State Forest, a cliff known for stories of cult activity, ghosts, and unexplained disappearances. As daylight faded, the forest felt different. The GPS stopped working, the trail seemed to shift, and the silence grew heavier. Then they saw it, a lone dog standing in the trail. It didn't move until it suddenly lunged. Steve and his friend John barely got away on a scooter meant for one, riding through the dark while growls followed behind them. Later, watching the footage, Steve said quietly, "It felt like the forest didn't want us there."
I see it, Steve. That's the brand combo. Oh, dude, this is actually the coolest scooter. Hello.
And then it lunged. The dog started chasing us down the trail, and I went full speed, hit the throttle, and took off.
Okay.
They went to Route 44 the next day, where drivers said a red-haired ghost showed up inside their cars. Then they headed to Hackamock Swamp, a place the Wampanoag tribe once feared. Their gear went crazy there. Things were thrown from the dark. Strange voices echoed. Lights moved between the trees and showed up on several cameras. Something unseen reacted to them and followed them around.
What's up, guys? So we just made it to the southern-western point of the Bridgewater Triangle. We're parked here at this gas station right next to Route 44, which we're gonna drive down to. And it's haunted by this red-haired ghost. People have reported of seeing this figure appearing out of nowhere. And the scary thing is, it even appears inside your car.
Yeah, check back there. All right, remember, we look back here now, there's no one. So if we look back there later, there's a problem.
Freaking out.
Hackamock Swamp.
You know what Hackamock means?
What does it mean? Do you know?
It means land of or land of the spirits.
Yikes. looks like, it's like Aokigahara.
What's with that indent?
Dude,
Right behind the street, we ran over to it, it was gone.
why is it indented? It's like gonna.
Looks like someone's trying to cut it.
Oh, I think your night vision thing's dying because it's flashing.
Oh, what the? Holy hell. Holy.
All right, that confirmed like something was literally following us.
When Steve uploaded the footage, it blew up in the paranormal community. Forums were full of theories, and even skeptics said the video felt strangely real. Some think it's fear, others believe the Bridgewater Triangle has come alive again. Tom's YouTube channel focuses on adventure vlogs, but on March 28, 2017, he pushed things further than usual. He's known for exploring restricted, secretive locations, even near Area 51, and this time he and his team headed into the remote borderlands looking for something almost no one has seen.
There's dirt road, 10, 15, 20 miles. I don't know how far to Area 51. Does that mean I can't take any video?
Alright, so we found a sort of back trail. I don't know exactly what it's used for. Maybe one of the trails of the camel guys, military police security, something, because hill that they sit on, it's up over that, right over there. I swear this is just the most beautiful area, way underrated. Here, let's get higher up here.
They moved along unmarked dirt roads, watching for any sign of military activity. Tire tracks, hidden paths, anything. Every noise in the wind felt like it could be a vehicle. Then, from a hill, they spotted it. A pale figure almost perfectly blended into the desert brush. The sight hit the whole group with instant fear.
Have that Ford Raptor. I don't know. I don't see any road or tire tracks right over in this spot, although there is a walking path. Or a path for something. So up over that hillside is where they are. It's like a mile, half mile, something like that though. So we're thinking if we get up over to this ridge, we might get a look at something. It's never ending, I swear to God. Oh fuck. Alyssa, get the keys, go! Go! Go!
Their reaction was immediate. They ran. It didn't look staged. It was the kind of fear you feel when something is watching you. No one knew if it was a military guard in some kind of suit or something stranger entirely. This video comes from Trent the Traveler, known for turning van life into cinematic trips through America's most remote places. But on June 11, 2023, he posted van life camping on Haunted Forest Road, a video that blew up with more than 3 million views and stirred a lot of debate in both the van life and paranormal communities. In it, Trent planned to spend a night alone on Phantom Canyon Road, a remote dirt route in the Colorado mountains. The road was once an 1800s railway line that carried people and gold, but today locals avoid it after dark. Trent thought he was just filming another adventure, but some roads don't just take you somewhere, they take something from you.
Hi everyone, my name is Trent and I live and travel out of my van all across North America, and along my travels I often stumble upon creepy, abandoned, or even haunted places. And today I am traveling through the mountains of Colorado, specifically on a road called Phantom Canyon Road. This is a road that was once a railroad system in the 1800s that transported passengers and gold from Canyon City to Victor, Colorado. And while that general synopsis may not sound very spooky to you, there is a reason why the locals call this road Phantom Canyon Road. And today I'm going to explore some of those stories while I camp in this supposed haunted forest alone.
After dark, he parked his van by a creek surrounded by pines. The canyon felt heavy and still. Then he heard something. Footsteps just outside the firelight.
There's a turnoff right here. This might be our spot. Okay, yeah, this looks promising. I'm gonna check this out. I thought I heard something moving over here.
Later that night, he walked down the road with a flashlight. He reached a tunnel cut into the mountain and stepped inside. The air shifted, and he heard faint, distorted singing. Bats suddenly burst from the ceiling. He laughed it off, but when he got back to his van, something hit the side of it with a heavy thud. No footprints, no wind, just the canyon watching.
Wow. This is both incredibly creepy and beautiful at the same time. It's so weird to just like stumble upon too. It literally sounds like people singing. Oh, it's just some other people camping. All right. Want to make me some tea? Okay. I hope the camera picked it up, but I just heard a thud outside. I just turned on my light outside my sliding door. I don't see anything out the windows. It sounded like something hit my van.
By morning, the forest looked normal again. Sunlight came through the trees, and birds replaced the fear from the night before. Trent filmed his outro, still uneasy, saying the road felt like it didn't want him there. When he posted the video, it didn't just entertain people, it blew up. Viewers said they spotted faces in the shadows and heard whispers in the background audio. Welcome to the Woods, UK returned to his private woodland in March 2024 after weeks of someone trespassing. A trail camera had been removed from its tree and taken, and his drone had filmed a lone person walking through the clearing when no one was supposed to be there.
Welcome everyone back to my woodland. Anyone that's been following the channel, especially recently, will know that I've had some sort of intruder in this wood. I'm on the south side of the property today. At the furthest point, I've been through the woodland checking on my trail cams. Last week I did have one trail cam go missing. Can't find hiding a hair of it. Not even the strap was left on the tree. So that's just come up missing. It's almost as if someone's unstrapped it and took it with them, like, 'cause obviously they've been caught out or something. All of the other trail cams though are still in situ. So stick around. I've got a great deal planned for this video, so I have actually got a couple of experimental things that I want to try. I do want to try and set up that sort of dummy camp a couple of 100 yards away from me whilst I'm set up in a stealthy camp, and I have my night vision binoculars trained onto where the camp is. Just put a little cob light or something inside and see if anyone does pass by, because that last camp that I did have was pretty chilly. So for the last 2.5 weeks I have been using my drone for aerial surveillance on this. Might sound funny, but it can actually cover a big area and it can see a lot wider vision than what I can be in the woods on the floor. So I've been using that. 2.5 weeks in, I did catch something that did catch my attention. So we are at the big cabin, some 4 miles away from the other bit of woodland that you have been seeing. It's quite nice to get away from that bit of woodland, to be honest with you. The last few weeks just staring at trail cam footage, drone footage, and the bits of footage that I did get at night time of whatever it is or whoever it is that is creeping about at night in there. So the drone footage was concerning in the fact that there shouldn't have been anyone else in the woodland. You can quite clearly see some sort of figure of a person walking from one side of the clearing to the other. They don't seem to have any recognition that the drone's there. Although the drone was going quite fast, I obviously slowed it down just so you could see the thing.
He set up a plan. He built a fake campsite about 120 yards away in an open spot and put a dim light inside to lure the trespasser. The idea was simple: draw the person out, confront them, and put an end to the problem.
Off tonight to do a stealth camp in that area. We've had all that problem at that woodland. It was left in the comments of the last video, and I thought it was a pretty good comment, to be fair, to set up a decoy camp a couple of 100 yards away from where I'm going to be stealth camping, and then basically keep an eye on it with night vision equipment and hit the record button if it's needed. Unfortunately, the stealth camp does mean no lamb steaks, no cooking, no making cups of tea. It's just going to consist of an old Tesco sandwich, some flat Pepsi Max. So yeah, I'm all set up now. I didn't want to give it away where I was camping, so I didn't film too much, but I'll spin you around and show you what I've done. Don't know if you can see it, but just against that tree that's out there in the opening, that is the decoy camp. I'll show you exactly where we are with an arrow. As you can see, once you're shut inside, it is quite cosy. This is just a test on the decoy, which is a good 120 yards off the edge of the woodland. So that tree is 97 yards. Keep getting false readings from the laser on the rangefinder hitting the grass. So behind this decoy setup here is the east part of our woodland where the new cabin's being built, and we've got plenty of clearing here to see if anyone comes around. I'm going to put a cob light inside and turn it on just as it gets dark, so as it acts as a bit of an attractor. That wind's getting up. In the event that we are successful, I will hit record on the night vision binoculars. I'll also light that area up with a high powered torch that I've got, and I shall shout the odds and hopefully scare this person away to never coming back here ever again.
Once night settled over the woods, something hit the ground near him. Maybe a branch, maybe something thrown on purpose. Then the noises started, freezing him in place and sending his heartbeat racing.
That was a stick that's fallen out of that tree or something was thrown. I'll have to replay the footage, but I'm not sure whether a branch fell out of the tree or something was thrown at that. I want to keep this light as low as I can, but it sounds like a woman shouting or screaming. Jesus. Jesus. The hell is that? What the hell is that? Switch over to night vision 1 second. Well, I must say I have no rational explanation for what the noises were last night, but that was where it ended. There was no more noises or anything like that, thank God. That's not to say there isn't a reasonable explanation for it. It might be an animal that I just haven't heard before. I can't think.
Then the noise stopped as suddenly as it started, leaving him alone with unanswered questions and those unnerving, almost inhuman sounds echoing in his mind.
Las ramas del suelo.
¿Hay alguien aquí? Buenas noches.
Bueno, dicen que nunca debes de preguntar si hay alguien. Yo creo que va a ser esta zona de acá. Otra vez. Va a ser esta zona de aquí. Aquí es donde voy a armar la casa de campaña. Aquí voy a preparar las cosas. Nada más voy a limpiar un poco la zona. Uy, acaban de caminar atrás de mí. Se acaba de escuchar clarito que caminaron detrás de mí, ahora sí. Bueno, voy a tratar de apurarme lo más rápido que se pueda. Después de ya un buen rato, ya terminé de armar de la casa de campaña todas estas horas. Y conforme vaya avanzando el tiempo, pues ir a dar recorridos a través del bosque, tratando de no perderme, pero caminar entre el medio del bosque para ver Se los juro que acabo de escuchar como si alguien hubiera silbado en la parte de atrás. No sé si se captó ahí en cámara, pero yo escuché como un silbido.
Inside his tent, things started getting even weirder. He heard slow footsteps moving around him, and then something happened.
Hey. Hay algo corriendo, pero es algo grande. Y parece que está como que corriendo alrededor de mí. Hoy.
¿Quién eres? ¿Qué quieres?
Hoy.
Something heavy pushed against the tent for a second. When he looked outside, he saw something that definitely shouldn't have been there.
Hey. ¿Quién anda ahí? Hey.
Se los juro que esto no es montado, se los juro 100%. Había algo blanco observándome y se alcanzaba a ver como una cara blanca. Había algo viéndome acá. Se los juro de verdad. Estoy temblando ahora mismo. Estoy temblando. Ya acabo de recoger todas las cosas, ya me voy a retirar de acá. Toca caminar de vuelta, se siguen escuchando pasos de repente cerca de mí. Ya no sé si esté alguien acá, pero todo el tiempo se han estado escuchando pasos. Yo me voy a retirar de acá.
He packed up and left right away, but footsteps followed him the whole time until he got to his car. He managed to drive off safely, but he couldn't stop thinking about what happened. Who was out there and why? What did they want? For decades, people around Lion Falls have reported sightings of a mysterious sea creature said to live in the water. Witnesses consistently described it as resembling a giant eel or snake with foot-long spikes along its back, often seen briefly slithering in and out of the water. Although many have claimed to see it, only one image has ever been captured. Numerous search and hunting expeditions have failed to find the creature, leaving its identity unknown. Some believe it is a dangerous, undiscovered animal, while others think it may simply be a log mistaken for something more sinister. A trail camera captured two disturbing images of a goblin-like creature in the forest. In the first photo, the being faces the camera with a human-like body, large nose, long pointed ears, and a bald head. In the second image, it appears to be the same creature seen from another angle, but with two arms visible on one side of its body and an unusually elongated mouth. It's unclear whether this is the same creature, a result of camera angle, or something with multiple limbs. After analysis, it was concluded that the figure was likely not a human in a costume, leaving only two possibilities. The footage was edited, or it may show something truly unexplained. While reviewing footage from a trail camera he had placed deep in a remote forest in North Carolina, a man noticed a single disturbing frame. It appeared to show a tall, fur-covered figure peering out from behind a tree. Startled and searching for explanations, he posted the image online. However, closer examination raised doubts. Why would a trail camera be set just a few feet from another tree and aimed straight at its trunk? Was this placement a mistake, or was the entire encounter deliberately staged? The creature in the image has features that resemble the chupacabra, a figure often linked to mysterious livestock attacks. Its long limbs and pale appearance don't really match what you'd expect from a healthy coyote. While there's no clear proof, sightings have been reported in the area, and the person who shared the image believes it fits the description. What do you think? In 2000, a kid went to a summer camp in southeast Wisconsin with a disposable camera, taking random photos of things like frogs, trees, the lake, and campfires at night. When he got the pictures developed later, one of them was seriously disturbing. An old woman appeared in one of the shots, wearing a strange, faint smile. The creepiest part was that there were no elderly people at the camp at all, just kids and a handful of young counselors. No one ever figured out who she was or how she ended up in the photo. A couple went camping in the Catskill Mountains and snapped a bunch of photos while they were there. When they got the pictures developed later, the husband noticed something odd in one of them, a faint image of a young girl in the background. Neither of them remembered seeing anyone there at the time. To this day, no one knows who she was or how she ended up in the photo, but it definitely gives off a creepy, ghostly vibe. This clip comes from the YouTube channel Under the Weather, where James documents his outdoor adventures. In this video, he sets out alone to find the Muchar Stones, an ancient site hidden in the forests of Stirling, Scotland. Believed to be over 5,000 years old, the stones are surrounded by myths and mystery. On March 1st, 2024, James begins his solo trip, planning to reach the stones and camp for the night. He's tried to find the location before without success, but this time he's determined. With his gear packed, he heads into the woods, unaware of what's waiting for him.
Mother. We made that. Right. Where the hell is this place?
After a tough hike that saw him wander off course and back again, James finally makes it to the Muchar Stones. The moment brings a huge sense of relief. He's arrived just in time. With some daylight left, he quickly starts setting up camp so he can settle in for the night.
Not the cleanest, right? Been on the fire, eh? What about that? Can you hear the helicopter? It's been flying over quite a bit, and I just hope that they aren't looking for someone and I've got a fire going and I cannot get rescued, if you know what I mean, because I don't need rescued yet. Should have brought more water. There is water around about, obviously, but I don't know. It's quite treacherous. You saw what the ground is like. So I think I'm going to have the chicken wings without the mashed potato. What the hell is that? Hello?
A sudden, unfamiliar noise makes James jump, sending a chill through him. It's nothing like anything he's heard before, and for a moment, he feels completely exposed in the darkness. Every instinct tells him to leave, but he knows heading back through the thick forest at night would be even more dangerous. He takes a breath and tells himself it was probably just a small animal moving around. Still uneasy, he turns his focus back to cooking, hoping staying busy will calm his nerves.
I'm going to eat these in the tent because it's a bit chilly now. I didn't like that noise, and then we'll take it from there. Right, got the down jacket on, got a bit cozier, and check out these in the tent. Well, that was the least burnt one, so can't complain. A bit of chili and garlic seasoning, which will hopefully save the day. Certainly flame grilled. Easy for me to say. Complete silence again. I don't know what that was earlier. It sounded like somebody walking around. I even heard a voice, but no one there. We'll go and have a proper look at the standing stones in the dark in a wee minute. After dinner. See if we can feel the energy. Yeah, no, there's definitely something eerie about this place. And it doesn't really help with the smoke from the fire, looking like some fog from a horror film. And of course, now it's at night time. Definitely not the place to be if you're scared of the dark. Hello? Silence. Well, those stones are quite something. I mean, they don't look like much, but it's kind of eerie that there's a big clearing around there, and then there's no trees and no sound really in the middle part. But apart from hearing random voices, which I did hear, and on this occasion I don't have my knife, my trusty knife. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So I just prefer I cut short my little thing there because the camera is as well, which is a bit strange, and I think I prefer the nice kind of security of the tent. See, I don't have my knife, but I do have a saw. So if anyone starts, I'm gonna get that across the knuckles.
James can't shake the uneasy feeling around him. The area feels wrong, and the earlier noises only make it worse. Every snap or rustle makes him question if he's alone. He retreats into his tent for some sense of safety and eventually falls asleep. Later in the night, a subtle but clear sound wakes him. His heart races as he reaches for his camera and starts recording, bracing for whatever is outside.
Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope. I just heard laughing there, or something. No way. Hello? Hello? I think that's a road in the distance, maybe. I can't hear anything, so let's turn this off. Right. Good night.
James makes it through the night, though sleep was broken and tense. Every strange sound kept him on edge. When morning finally comes, the forest feels different, lighter and far less threatening. The heavy feeling from the night before fades. He makes a quick breakfast and drinks his coffee, taking in the calm surroundings as sunlight filters through the trees. Just as he starts to relax and get ready to head back, something above him catches his attention.
Finish up here, and then start packing up. And make it. What the hell? Look at that. That noise. I think they're in the trees. What the f is that? That is a playground. That is not a natural phenomenon. What on earth is that? I could have been there all the time, but I doubt it. The fuck? Right, I'm just I'll put that aside for now. Right, I'm gonna get ready and go.
This was the final straw for James. After the strange night and all the unsettling noises, seeing a pentagram hanging in the tree above him pushed him over the edge. It hit him that he might not have been as alone as he thought. All he wanted now was to get out. He quickly packed his things and left, his mind racing. The hike back felt tense, with every shadow and sound putting him on edge. When he finally reached civilization, he felt relieved, but the experience stayed with him. On a November day in 2025, Carrie from the UK Carrie Outdoors channel pitched her tent in a remote woodland area in the UK. Night came fast, and before long, the forest was full of eerie, unsettling sounds.
When I tell you there's some really strange noises going on in the woods tonight, like, and even though the rational part of your brain is saying, oh, it's the deers, it really does set like your anxiety off. Sorry you can't really see me, it's so dark, obviously I'm relying on the head torch, but I've heard some really, really crazy noises which I've tried to pick up on camera for you guys. And there's one thing being rational about it and being logical about it, and there's another thing being in the middle of the woods in the dark and hearing it. It's a totally different experience, I'm not gonna lie.
Later that night, her lantern started flickering and acting up.
Where I'm camped has got a really nice little stream running alongside it. Can you hear that? Is my camera picking that up? Right, anyway, like I was saying, I'm camped next to a really nice little stream, which is lovely, and I've got my lantern on, which I bring on every one of my trips. But I'm having some problems with it because I charged it up all day today and it was fully charged. Then I got here and I turned it on and the light on it was red, which means that the battery is charging. How is that possible when I've charged it to full charge? But now the light's turned green, so at the moment it's working, but it's been really temperamental.
As the noises kept going, she did her best to stay relaxed, but the forest felt uneasy and on edge.
And replace it. Can you hear that? I mean, what is it so angry about? Like, what are you chatting about, dude? And why? Why today? It's crazy because whether I was here or not, those noises would be going on. But it's really, I know I've said this earlier on in my video, but it's really hard to hear stuff like that and think rationally. Like, I know what it is. Logic is like, I know what it is. But at the same time, it sounds so creepy.
The sounds kept going all night, so Carrie figured it was safest to stay inside her tent until morning. When daylight finally came, the woods felt normal again, quiet, calm, and familiar. She packed up her gear and headed out. On October 25th, 2022, Kevin from the Small Plots channel and a friend went on a one-night camping trip in a quiet area of a state forest in upstate New York. They set up their campsite, cooked dinner over the fire, and enjoyed a calm day. But once night came, the mood of the forest shifted. As they sat by the campfire, they heard something unexpected.
That was very strange.
I know we've been joking around, but what was that?
Later on, they heard the same sound echo through the forest again.
It had to have been a person, right?
It sounded like a person at first, but then the hooting of it, it sounded like a crazy bird. I don't know.
I've never heard that in the woods. It was like, whoop,
but really high pitched.
Yeah, it sounded like a monkey.
Yeah.
It sounded like a monkey or something.
I thought it was like a woman hooting. And then a whoo, whoo, whoo. Like a...
Should we respond?
What was that? Totally ruined my pizza log.
I've never heard that in the woods. Ever.
Yeah.
That sounded like a monkey. And it wasn't far. That was close. That was a close by thing. What was that? I just want to keep rolling in case it happens again. That was spine. That was spine tingling.
Yeah, I don't even know what
that was. That was chilling. I don't know what that was. It sounded like a person. I've never heard an animal around here make that sound. That had to have been a person.
Despite all their experience with wildlife, they couldn't identify who or what was out there.
Yeah, I have a chill down my spine. I don't know what is happening.
I keep hearing things.
Yeah.
Not that same thing, but
Yeah.
creepy.
Like things around us. Anytime we like kind of lose focus on what's around us and get into a conversation, we start hearing things like walking towards us again.
While looking around the area, Kevin noticed bits of trash scattered near their campsite, making it clear that someone had been there before or might still be nearby.
And now I just hear things like stick cracking around us. Now I'm just freaking out. Now I'm just nervous. Luna, are you nervous? She doesn't seem too nervous. She seems okay, which is, I guess, a good sign. Or not, because she didn't see the hunter standing next to us earlier.
No, she's not known for her eyesight.
Yeah, we had like half of a conversation with that hunter before she realized he was there and then started freaking out. So you're not exactly a litmus test on what's going on around us, I guess.
Luckily, nothing else happened that night, but the sound stayed with them. It left them wondering if someone had been watching them from the darkness. Trail camera footage shows several deer gathered closely together, all staring directly at the camera as if they were aware of it. Seeing so many deer fixed on the lens at the same time feels unusual and unsettling. The scene raises questions about whether the animals were simply curious, or if there is more awareness or intelligence behind their behavior. It leaves an uneasy feeling and highlights how much about the natural world remains unknown. The person who shared this photo believes it may show a ghostly figure captured at an abandoned farm. In the image, a misty white shape can be seen facing away from the camera, possibly blurred by movement. What makes the image unsettling is the snow on the ground. Clear tire tracks from a vehicle, said to have passed hours earlier, are still visible, showing the surface was soft enough to leave marks. Yet the figure in the photo appears to leave no footprints at all. Some paranormal believers see this as evidence of a spirit, since ghosts are often thought to leave no physical traces. Others argue it could be caused by weather conditions, camera effects, or even a logical explanation, such as the figure not applying enough weight to mark the snow. Without more information, the true explanation remains uncertain, leaving viewers to draw their own conclusions. The footage appears to show a plastic bag moving across the street in a way that looks like it is walking, which sounds strange but matches what is seen on screen. While wind would be the most logical explanation, a closer look shows movements resembling legs stepping one after another. This raises questions about whether it is a coincidence, a CGI effect, or something more unusual. Some believe it could even be a case of a paranormal entity possessing the plastic bag, though no clear explanation can be confirmed. While staying at a cabin deep in the woods one early winter morning, a man stepped outside and noticed something unsettling: bare footprints in the snow. No one ever figured out who they belonged to or why someone had been there in the middle of the night. There were no signs of a break-in, but just knowing someone might have been wandering around the cabin barefoot in the cold was enough to make them uneasy. A strange and unsettling image taken late at night shows a mysterious figure emerging from the darkness, surrounded by an eerie, unnatural aura. The most disturbing detail is that the figure appears to have no head, yet it is walking forward as if alive, challenging the normal laws of nature. Its body looks ghostly and ethereal, with limbs stretched out in an unnatural and unsettling pose. The image blurs the line between reality and illusion, leaving viewers uncertain about what they are seeing and raising questions about the figure's true nature and origin. While camping near the border of Brazil and Peru, someone filmed something that looked unreal. The footage seems to show a giant bird-like creature with the body of another animal, almost like a griffin from ancient legends. Griffins were said to be half eagle, half lion, symbols of power and protection. But seeing something like that in modern-day footage feels hard to believe. So, was it really there, or just some clever editing? A trail camera photo taken in eastern Kentucky shows a disturbing and sorrowful sight, a canid with a head similar to a coyote's. On closer look, it's clear the animal is badly affected by mange, a skin disease caused by tiny mites that burrow into the skin. The illness causes significant fur loss and intense discomfort, leaving the animal in obvious distress. The image naturally stirs sympathy, while also highlighting the brutal reality of the wild, where disease can quickly weaken an animal and survival is never certain. A man who went to an all-boys camp in New Hampshire every summer as a kid said the place was full of ghost stories. The camp dated all the way back to 1903, and campers had been swapping creepy rumors for generations. At the end of each summer, everyone took a group photo, and all of them were hung up in the counselor's break room as a kind of timeline of the camp's history. But one picture always stood out, the photo from 1913. In that old black and white image, there's a figure in a white gown floating above the group. No one ever figured out who or what it was supposed to be. Kev, an outdoor YouTuber, went wild camping for the night with his dog, Cow, on a hill in Mardol that's known for ghost stories. He spent hours hiking before finding a good, flat place to camp. The day was uneventful, and even when the clouds rolled in, nothing felt off until night came.
Nothing creepy yet, heard nothing yet. There's some people down there though. The light keep popping up on the woods. Actually, I'll turn this light off and I'll see if I can get it up. There it is. There's people in the woods down there as well. Let's see, I went to go there one time before. Couldn't get. There was lads there, so didn't bother. I went somewhere else in the woods. See, they're all the way down there. I'm up here. They'll see my light, but they wouldn't walk up here. It's too far. All the way around and then back up again.
Kev spotted flickering lights down in the woods, like flashlights weaving between the trees. He figured it was too far and steep for anyone to make their way up there. Later, as he was lying in his tent, something happened.
Sounds like something's outside. Walking about. I know it's windy, but I didn't know if you can pick it, you can hear it or not. Right guys, I'm going to turn this light off. Fuck. I'm going to try and get some sleep. I know it's windy, but I just saw those footsteps outside as well. Can't hear it now, like, but when you feel like people walk around on long grass, makes it a rustling sound. That's what it was like. But I'm going to turn this light off. I want to try and get some sleep.
By morning, the hill was silent again, but whoever had walked past his tent during the night was never seen. This video was shared by the channel What Day Is It Wolven, a UK outdoor adventure channel. On November 16th, 2025, they went camping in a remote woodland in the UK, an area known for strange noises at night. After setting up camp and cooking a meal, the forest slowly started to feel alive.
Bro, can you hear that?
Yeah. Scary, is it?
Mate, people probably say that it's haunted.
As it got later, sharp scratching sounds and high-pitched screeches started echoing around the campsite.
What do you think we're doing to it? I don't know. Do you think we've got a mating call somewhere? Hear owls going all night. Bit strange, but well, it's not really that strange. Heard some really weird noises earlier as well, like screaming. Bit strange.
It was most likely just wildlife, but in the dark, every sound felt way more unsettling. By morning, the tension was gone. They packed up their gear and headed home. Jasmine Rods, a solo camper from TikTok, was out deep in the Australian outback when she started hearing dingoes howling nearby.
So, I'm just sitting outside of my troopy, and that's my view. That's the bush. Maybe for like the last hour, I've been able to hear dingoes howling, and I got a little video of it. This is so awesome. They're right behind my car.
They sounded like they were right behind her. Most people would have panicked, but she stayed calm and even seemed to enjoy it. By morning, she finally saw what had been circling her all night. The hiker headed out for a quiet, low-key camp in Wales on September 3rd, 2025. He pitched his setup in tall grass and kept himself hidden, since people and dog walkers were nearby. Then he heard footsteps moving through the grass.
I think I can hear footsteps. I can't. I am keeping an extreme low profile right now. I think that the laser was coming from the far side of the trees, but I'm not 100%. I don't think it was actually aimed at me. I think it was just shining a laser for the sake of it. But it's certainly woken me up a little bit. But to be honest, it's been quiet for about 10 minutes now, so I'm not too worried.
There's a dog in here!
A laser light swept through the trees, and someone was suddenly right next to him. Luckily, the person ran off, but he quickly packed up too and left the area immediately. What started as a normal unpacking moment quickly turned into a nightmare. After returning from a long camping trip, a TikToker named Angelina Jolie opened her suitcase and realized she'd brought something back with her, a large black widow. Spider. Black widows are among the most venomous spiders in North America, with bites that can cause severe pain, nausea, and muscle cramps. It's scary to think how dangerous it could have been if it had stayed hidden in her clothes and gone unnoticed. During a drone testing trip over open water, an unsuspecting operator caught the attention of an alligator that clearly wasn't a fan of the flying gadget. The gator suddenly lunged upward, snapping at the hovering drone like a monster bursting from the water. Thanks to quick reflexes, the operator pulled the drone out of danger just in time. The alligator missed its strike and slipped back into the water, turning the moment into a tense but unforgettable close call in the wild. 2 trail cameras set up in the same wooded area near Portland captured images that many believe show an albino Bigfoot. One photo is blurry due to movement, but it still appears to show a figure covered in white fur resembling Bigfoot. When the images surfaced online, they sparked intense debate, with some convinced they show the rare albino version of the legendary creature, while others believe there may be a more ordinary explanation hidden in the shadows. A bear was recorded walking through a neighborhood on its back legs, a sight that understandably startled many people. At first glance, it looks unnatural and almost eerie, as if the bear is trying to walk like a human. However, a closer look shows that the bear's front limbs are severely injured. One appears to be missing and the other damaged. Since bears can stand and walk briefly on their hind legs, this unusual movement is likely a result of their injuries rather than any strange behavior. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.